Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to this, the Travel and Cultures channel. If you haven't yet, go and click the subscribe button so the next time we upload a video, you're gonna get notified. And welcome to this, my third vlog. Again, I am Emilio and I really hope you enjoy this moment. In today's video, we're gonna see one of the most difficult parts when traveling, and it is the scams you could get or the tricks people are gonna make you when traveling to a different country. So we're gonna divide it into different continents, because if you didn't know, the scams are very different from one country to another, but we're gonna generalize them in the continent. So to start off, we're gonna talk of the most visited continent on Earth, and that is Europe. And Europe having one of the highest numbers of tourists per year, if not the higher, it is very easy for scammers to take advantage of the unique experience and young people that visited whole Europe. So there are three main scams in all the countries of Europe: the gypsies, the pocket lifters, and the taxi or cabs. So, gypsies, they are basically gypsy women that are in groups on the most conquered places of the country, very common in Spain and in France. They are gonna offer you dances in circles on, for example, the most common park of Spain. And while they are dancing, the gypsy men are gonna go behind you and try to rob your pockets. So that brings us to our next point, that is the pocket lifters. It is very common in all countries of Europe that these very experienced pocket lifters are gonna steal your wallet or your passport, even if you have it in your purse, without you even noticing. So that's why I highly recommend for you to carry one of these, that you can put them under your clothing without they and you even noticing that you have it in there. So, last but not least, the taxis or cabs. It may not sound like a scam, but it is actually, because they're gonna try to charge you like 50 euros to take you from the airport to your hotel or to your Airbnb, because they're gonna take advantage that you're stressed in the airport tramits or with your luggage, and they're gonna say, "Oh, friend, come here, 50 euros only." And you're gonna take the opportunity, maybe because you're stressed. So try to relax, try to take your time, and maybe opt for a Uber, or many places of Europe have trains, or you can even go walking, because the distances in Europe are like probably longer than in America, but they are easily to walk than to go by car. So those are the main scams in Europe. So with the second highest visited continent on Earth being America, we're gonna also talk of the two main scams that happen in here. But one was also the taxi and cabs, and we already saw it in Europe. So we're gonna go to the next one, that is the photos. There are two main scenarios with the photos in here. First scenario is that when you are in the very popular monument, there are gonna be people located strategically near there, and when you're trying to take your photo, they're gonna approach you nicely and ask if you want for them to take your photo, and probably you're gonna accede. And they are gonna take your photo, and whether you like it or not, they're gonna charge you for around $5. And you're gonna say, "Oh, that's a reasonable price," but no, this actually not. You could even take your photo by yourself, like a selfie or stuff like that. So don't fall for this first scenario. And the second scenario happens mostly in the USA, because Hollywood being a big part of there, the whole country has people that dress up as the characters from Marvel, for example. So you're walking through the Walk of Fame in Los Angeles, and you're gonna find Iron Man in there. And of course you want a photo with Iron Man, but it's actually not the real Iron Man, but you want a photo with them. So you go and they are gonna accede for the photo, but they're gonna end up charging you around $40 for a single photo. So it is not a reasonable price, nor in the first scenario, neither in the second one. So don't fall for these scams in America. In this part of the video, we're gonna join two continents, Asia and Africa, because the same scam occurs in here, and it is related with animals. Who doesn't love animals? I mean, we all love them. And being exotic in these continents, both Asia and Africa, you're gonna want a photo again with the animals. Or maybe a ride in an elephant, or in a camel, or stuff like that. So of course, you're gonna take the experience of riding an elephant or riding a camel. but the prices are very high when these experiences come into the conversation. So don't do this, because first of all, those animals are not having the greatest care you could imagine. Sometimes they are not even fed with normal food. They're gonna give them steroids or stuff like that for the animals to work all day. There's also animal cruelty. And it's not the big deal riding a camel. Of course, you can pet them or take a photo with them, but riding is cruel and not a big deal for you to spend thousands of dollars. That is the income of this business, if you can call it like that, per year in both Asia and Africa. So don't fall for this scam. Last but not least, we're talking of Oceania. Most people refer as it as only Australia, but there are plenty of other islands that belong to Oceania. So here, because of talking of islands, the boats is a big scam in here, because they're gonna offer you to move from one little island to another that is gonna be like 20 minutes. Of course, the only way that you can move from one place to another in Oceania is mostly by boat or by a yacht or stuff like that. But they're gonna charge the tourist higher prices than the actual price of the transport from one place to another. So try to be with trustable people, or to ask the locals which one is the best option for you to move from one island to another one, and don't fall for the first offer they put you on the table. I mean, they're gonna say, oh, I can take you from this place of Fiji to the other island for only $500. And because you're unexperienced, you're probably gonna exceed. But then you're gonna realize that that trip was about $200 and you ended up paying $300 more than the actual price. So as I said, ask the locals and don't take for granted the first option. And with this, we're gonna conclude the third blog, that is how to avoid the scams by knowing them, because most people are not conscious about the scams that happen in all the 5 continents. So I really hope to see you in the next vlog, and for you to hit the subscribe button and the like if you like this video. Have a great day, guys. Hope to see you in the next vlog.